And only on 7 News, the cop in this surveillance video getting more complaints than most Denver cops.
Officer Sean Miller caught on camera putting a restaurant owner in handcuffs, even though the owner is the one who called police in the first place.
Yeah, this complaint is the 40th in his 10 years on the force, and his behavior is costing you big money.
Only 7 News reporter Marshall Zellinger getting internal records detailing his troubled past.
Eric and Ann, I'm standing just around a sampling of the documents I've been reviewing on Officer Sean Miller. The majority of what you see here we've obtained exclusively from Denver police detailing some of his 40 internal affairs complaints. But what you're about to learn is it's less about the paperwork and more about what the department did not do as a result of the paperwork that was generated, for instance, when Officer Miller had 7 or more use of force incidents in 1 year. We first showed you Officer Sean Miller in 2010, a confrontation with this disabled woman who hesitated letting him into her apartment lobby. This encounter got Miller docked 2 days' pay because his misconduct was detrimental to an innocent citizen and tarnishes the image of the department. This was his 32nd complaint.
The warning signs were being flashed at us. The problem is what we did with them after we got the warning signs.
Denver police opening up the internal affairs files on Miller, who was hired in October 2005. Of the 39 investigated complaints, 17 cited excessive force.
Because he gets 39 complaints doesn't automatically mean he's going to get disciplined. What it should automatically mean is that the department is doing something proactive to change that behavior.
9 times between 2007 and 2010, his behavior resulted in an automatic performance review, essentially a way to address repeat behavior. In 2009, he was reviewed for 3 or more use of force complaints in 3 months. His supervisor wrote, "I recommend a level 0, no response." In 2010, after 3 or more complaints in 3 months, no action is recommended at this time.
Did the system fail for this officer?
What I would say is this: the warning system worked. We were warned. But the department failed. We didn't follow through in a way to help correct his behavior to prevent a situation where what we're facing now, where we have, liability on the city and liability on the department.
Miller received discipline in none of the excessive force cases, including one the city is about to pay close to $1 million to settle.
What does that say that the city's paying $850,000 for something he didn't get punished for internally?
Some of our cases, unfortunately, Marshall, and it's a real pattern and it's a real difficulty, involve complainants who won't participate, who won't help us investigate the officer.
The guy who's about to get the 6-figure settlement had an internal affairs complaint filed on his behalf while he was still hospitalized after his incident with Officer Miller. He never contacted internal affairs, thus the complaint was declined.
We can't fix the errors if people won't participate and help us do that.
Now, under Police Chief Robert White, if your behavior triggers an automatic performance review, you'll have to work on fixing the issue, even if you receive no discipline as a result of the internal affairs investigation.
It really just says, I don't care if you were right or wrong, this can't go on, and you're going to have to do something about it, and here's the plan to get you there.
One of the things done with Officer Miller, after 35 complaints, he was transferred from the downtown district to District 3 in southeast Denver. What you're seeing on the screen here, that's Officer Miller, and this is complaint number 40. This was after he was transferred. Someone called police because there were a couple people in his restaurant. He maced them, and when he showed up, that person, the person who called 911, was put in handcuffs. But it's important to note, since he was transferred in the middle of 2012, he's only had 5 complaints so far. Reporting live, Marshall Zellinger, 7 News.